Como dice Calle 13, hello, deja el show, forget about the polls. I said this in 2020. Are the polls accurate? Forget about the polls. I said it again in 2021 during the special election in California, and I will say it again. A ver, seamos honestos. We went through this already. In 2016, every single poll for the longest time had Hillary ahead of Trump. But we all know that they were completely wrong. So after that happened, pollsters pointed to the education divide and other factors as the reasons why they underestimated Donald Trump. They even came up with specific recommendations to fix the problem. And then we had 2020, and the polls were wrong again. So I'm going to say this in 2022. Stop looking at the polls and assuming that because your candidate is leading, then there's really no point in voting. Or that because your candidate is trailing in the polls, that there's nothing you can do to help anyway. Hola, I am Silvia from Tono, Latino, and I'm here to help you feel less overwhelmed by the news and better informed through easy to navigate content. So if you want to know what's going on without doing all the research, subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell so you get notified every week when I upload a new video. Let's get back to the polls. My friend Tokyo-san from Political Charge said it best. No one has a clue what's going to happen. Nobody. We recently had this headline from Cook Political Report, one of the main sources that publish race ratings, saying that the Senate race in Pennsylvania had moved to a toss-up. But the following day, a new poll in Pennsylvania said that 48% of voters in the state were either definitely or probably voting for the Democratic candidate in the race, John Fetterman, over Republican Mehmet Oz. But then there was another headline from Politico saying that the Republicans were gaining ground in Senate races in Pennsylvania and Wisconsin. Huh? So if you're going crazy and don't know what to believe, you're not alone. Nobody, nadie, knows what's going to happen. And while pollsters try to do their best to predict how elections will turn out, the reality is that they have missed by a lot lately. In 2020, polls of Senate and governor's races were off by 6 points on average. I don't know if you were paying close attention to the main Senate race, for example, in 2020, but 538 estimated that Democrat Sarah Gideon would beat Republican incumbent Susan Collins by 2 points. Do you know what happened? Gideon lost by 9 points. That's an 11-point miss. Pollsters haven't fixed their algorithms. Last year, California had a recall election. Voters would choose to either keep their Democratic governor, Gavin Newsom, in office or to remove him. A poll from the month before the election showed that 51% of likely voters would vote to remove Gavin Newsom from office. Earlier that month, results from a Survey USA poll showed that 51% of likely voters in California's upcoming recall election. Do you want to know what happened? 61.9% of voters voted to keep Gavin Newsom as governor of California. Almost 62%. But the polls were saying that 51% of people were going to vote to remove him from office. These midterms in 2022 are critical. Watch this video if you want to understand what we can do to protect abortion rights and fix other things that are broken in our political system. We have 34 Senate seats on the ballot. We have 36 gubernatorial elections. We have the entire House of Representatives. We have Secretary of State races. These are the people that oversee elections in each state, a very important role. And there's a ton more on the ballot, including key local races and ballot measures. If we go out and vote, we can keep the majority in the House and we can gain seats in the Senate to create even more impressive change. Election day is Tuesday, November 8th. Many states allow you to vote early. It just varies by location, so check vote.org for more information. The link is in the description below. I've been covering a lot more about the candidates in my other social media channels, Instagram, TikTok, so follow me at tono.latino to learn more, and don't forget to give this video a like if I said anything you found useful. Nos vemos pronto. Un abrazo.